Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a very fun video for you guys. I'm going to be doing eyeshadow do's versus eyeshadow don'ts. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the don'ts that I have done in my past that make me look a little cray and sharing with you some of the do's that I have learned along the years on how to do my eyeshadow and get a really pretty kind of seamless look to my eyes. So if you guys are interested in seeing my eyeshadow do's versus eyeshadow don'ts, then give this video a thumbs up and keep on watching. Alright you guys, so we're going to start with a don't. And my first don't is to not go in with the color on the lid first. You're always going to want to start with the crease first because that requires a lot more blending. Where if you go on your lid with a color first, then when you go and blend the crease, like half of that color is going to come off and it's not going to be nearly as pigmented. You also do not want to use a fluffy brush like the one that I'm using here because it's not going to pack on the color nearly as well as a flat top brush like this would pack on color. So you're always going to want to use a shader like this, not a brush like this. So you guys already know my first do is to start with the crease, and you want to make sure that when you do go in with the crease, you use a transition color. So a color that's about 2 to 3 shades darker than your natural skin tone is, so it can help with further blending later on. You don't want to go directly in with a super dark color because it's not going to blend out. So regardless of the colors you're using, even if they're not neutral colors, I first would suggest to go in with a skin toned color, nothing more than 3 shades darker than your natural skin tone, just to make blending much easier. So I'm just working this neutral color into my crease just so we don't have any stark lines and blending is going to look very seamless. And you guys will see that I am using a fluffy brush as well. This is very helpful when blending out in windshield wiper motions. It just makes everything blend very nicely. My next don't is you don't want to immediately go in with a super dark crease color. Regardless of how dark you want your smoky eye to be, you don't want to first go in with the darkest color that you're going to use. And you also don't want to go in with a stiff brush like this. You want something like the other crease brush I showed you guys that's very fluffy and doesn't have super dense bristles like this. This is going to make it much harder to blend out. So as you guys can see, there is pretty much nothing cute about this. Like I'm going in with a super dark color that is not easy to blend out. I'm trying to blend it, but this brush is not making it easy. But I will be real with you guys and let you know that I did used to wear my eyeshadow like this. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I really did. For my next do, we're going to gradually build up the crease on this side. So I'm going to go in with a shade that's about 2 shades darker than the transition color that I used and blend it out. My next don't is to not go in with the dark color underneath the brow bone. That really kind of makes your eye look droopy and saggy and just not cute. We always want to highlight that area, so do not go in with a dark color. Instead, for an eyeshadow do, you want to go in with a light color underneath the brow bone to really lift up the eye and emphasize that arch in your brow. Now for the dreaded winged liner. I know winged liner can be super hard for us to really master, but one thing you definitely don't want to do is go in with a pencil liner like this when you're trying to create a wing. It's much easier if you use a liquid liner or a gel liner. You can really create like soft brush strokes with that you really cannot create with a pencil like this. Alright you guys, so my last do is something that I used to neglect all the time when I first got into makeup, and that is to make sure that you do put at least a little something on your lower lash line to balance out the top, because if you leave the eye like this and put nothing on the bottom, it looks so top heavy, and I used to do that all the time. So it definitely completes the whole look and makes the whole eye look balanced and more seamless if you do put some eyeshadow or eyeliner on your lower lash line. So on my lower lash line, I am just using colors that are very similar to the ones that I used in my crease, just to make it all blend together. Alright you guys, so now you can see live right next to each other the eyeshadow do's versus the eyeshadow don'ts, and I mean, I think this side definitely looks a lot better, a lot more seamless and nicer on the eye area. And if you guys do some of the don'ts, no worries. I literally got all of these don'ts from stuff that I used to do. We all have done it at some point, so no worries at all. And if you guys like the way that you do your eye makeup, even if you do completely all of the don'ts, that's fine. I just figured that I would share with you guys some of my tips and tricks in this video in case you were interested. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this do's and don'ts video, then give it a thumbs up and comment down below other types of makeup that you want me to do do's and don'ts on. Like, do you guys want eyebrows, maybe contouring? Let me know. Whatever you guys want, I will do for you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!